Hey there, boys and girls. This is Mr. Cook, and today is Tuesday, November 17th, and today we're going to be reading bar graphs. So on the first problem that we have here, boys and girls, we're going to look at our tally chart, and we're going to make a bar graph here on the bottom. Now, this one was talking about favorite dinners. We have pizza, chicken, and spaghetti. So this survey asked all these people what their favorite dinner was, and we're going to take a look at it right now. So on pizza that we see right here, we can see that automatically I have got one group of 5 right there with my tally mark, so I know that I have 5 right there on the total. For chicken, I've got 8 because that's 5, 6, 7, 8, and then on the bottom for spaghetti, I've got 5, 6 for those ones right there. So what we have to do on the bottom here, boys and girls, is put in our bar graph for our favorite dinners. So to start off with, we're going to look at pizza. I know that pizza said we just had 5. Now remember, we always have to start right next to the word for each one of our bar graphs. We don't want to start over at the end here. We also don't want to start in the middle and just make it kind of crazy. We want to put everything nice and easy right next to each other so we can read our bar graph. Now, for the first one for pizza, we're going to color in 5 boxes because that's what our total was. So for this one right here, remember my pen's a little funky, but I want you guys to really focus on coloring in all these boxes nice and neat. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm doing these quick so you guys aren't watching a 10-minute video of Mr. Cook coloring in. We're going to then go to chicken. So we're done with pizza. Chicken had 8, so we're going to color in 8 boxes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then the last one for spaghetti, boys and girls, we have 6. So I'm going to color in 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember with a bar graph, boys and girls, we're coloring in the boxes completely, and we're not adding pictures or using like X's or anything like that or circles to show our pictures. We're coloring in the boxes completely. So by looking at my graph here, I know that chicken has the most because they have 8 just by looking at the graph because it has the most boxes colored in. The least I can see is going to be pizza because it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the lowest number that I have for all of those. So that's how you make a bar graph. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at the information that we have for kinds of dogs. Now what we're going to do is we're going to analyze our data here and talk about each one of the questions. How many people chose poodle down here? So this is going to be our first question right there. How many people chose poodle? So we're going to take a look at our bar graph. We can take a look at the bigger one up top because it's a little bigger and we can see it a little better. So I know that each box is going to represent 1. So I see 1 box and I see 2 boxes. So that means 2 people chose the poodle. How many more people chose the Dalmatian than the Retriever? So that's asking us how many more people chose that. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at the top here and check to see how many people actually chose the Dalmatian and the Retriever. So Dalmatian, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 for Dalmatian. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for Retriever. Now remember, if you're trying to find the difference, boys and girls, you can do subtraction by doing 5 minus 4 equals your answer. Or you can take a look here and see that the Dalmatian has 1 more vote than the Retriever up top. So we know that the Dalmatian has 1 more than the Retriever. And it says here on the bottom, which dog received 2 fewer votes than the Retriever? So that means 2 less than the Retriever. And if I'm looking down here, the only one that would make sense here, boys and girls, that has 2 less than the Retriever would be the poodle. So poodle is going to be our answer here on the bottom. Next one here, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about a survey about people's favorite rodeo animal. It says 1 person voted for the calf. So right now I'm going to color in on my box here the calf. So I'm going to color in my box here because we're making a bar graph. It says 3 more people voted for the bronco than for the calf. Ooh, this is a little tricky. So that means I have to do this one plus 3 more for the bronco. I wonder what that would be. So if I have 1 right up here for bronco, because that's as much as the calf had, and I had 3 more, I'm going to color in 1, 2, 3. I wonder if there's an easy way where I can look to see how many I had for the bronco. And if you actually look down here on the bottom, boys and girls, we have our numbers labeled right there. So I know that the bronco had 4. Then it said at the top, 3 more people voted for the bronco than the calf, and then the last one is 2 more people voted for the bull than the bronco. So that means I have to bring up the Broncos results to the bowl. 2, 3, 4. And it said 2 more people voted for the bowl than the Bronco. So that means 2 more right there. So I wonder how many that would be. And take a look again. On the bottom, it has all of our numbers labeled. So I know that this would be 6. This down here would be 4. And this one would be 1. So how many people chose the Bronco? We know by looking at our chart that that's going to be 4. And then it says how many more people chose the bull than the calf. So again, we can take a look at the bull. We can take a look at the calf. One way we can do this again is using subtraction. We're going to try to find the difference. So I can do 6 minus 1 equals blank. So let's do that out. So I've got 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking away 1, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that means 5 more people chose the bull than the calf. Another way you can do it, boys and girls, remember, is just crossing these ones out and then counting the rest right up top to see how many more are on those. So why is the graph above called a bar graph? We're actually going to be talking about this one right here. It's called a bar graph, boys and girls, because you're looking at each individual bar. A picture graph uses pictures to talk about things like favorite sandwiches. So on the bottom here, if it said peanut butter, I would have maybe a picture of peanuts for each one that I had right there. But a bar graph shows individual colors or individual boxes going all the way up. So for students at home today, you're going to continue to work on completing the remaining pages 541 to 544. There are also optional pages of 545 to 546. The students in class are also going to be working on bar graphs. So boys and girls, if you want to try to do this one on your own, please go for it. If you're in class, let's do it together. So it says use the graph to answer the questions. How many people chose turkey? So all I have to do, boys and girls, is take a look at my favorite sandwich down here on the bottom. Look at the number that goes across right here, because this one's going to follow over for the turkey that I had on the bottom. So I can see, using my data and analyzing my data, that 3 people chose turkey. Let's make it better, 3 than that. Perfect. How many more people chose peanut butter than turkey? So now we're going to be comparing peanut butter and our turkey. If I look at this, boys and girls, we're looking at how many more. So first thing I need to do is I want to get these ones matched up. So 1, 1, and 1. Perfect. So these ones are showing me which ones are more than the peanut butter. So all I have to do is count up these boxes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It looks like 5 more people chose peanut butter than turkey. And then the last question we have here, boys and girls, is did more people choose ham or turkey? So by looking at our data that we collected on our bar graph, we have to look at either turkey or ham. And it looks like ham definitely has more boxes filled in, because turkey only had 3 votes, while ham had 5 votes. So that means our answer here is going to be ham. All right, boys and girls, you know what to do at home. You have your work right up above. And my friends in class, let's get to work. Good luck, boys and girls.